Hey folks, good afternoon. I'm Anticio. Dude, thanks for stopping by. For you that are new to this channel, welcome. Be sure to subscribe with the link below somewhere. And for those who are existing members of the design community, thanks for joining today. Today we're going to talk about a topic that I get asked a lot of questions around, and that topic is how to integrate old design with new features and integration. So a lot of times, us as product designers, we get asked a lot to take some existing products and existing ideas from legacy design work, from things that have been done by previous designers or previous companies, and try to integrate them, whether adding new features, new widgets, or doing a complete redesign. And today is 3 tips that I'll give you that'll help you sort of gauge that and do that in your own way and make sure that that process is a bit more seamless in the approach. So the number one thing that I like to say is study the existing design paradigms. And what that means is a lot of times companies and designers or startups have an existing platform that they've used, whether it's WordPress, whether it's React, whether it's Shopify, if you will. Or just study that framework. And once you do that, it gives you an idea of how things were built. Not to say that you need to use that platform or use that existing paradigm, but you need to understand the landscape that you're working from. Study sort of the design areas and patterns. If it was a flat design, material design, regardless of what approach you take, you need to understand what you're working with first in order to improve it and make it better. So study that. The second tip I'll give you is define your new features and what you intend to design for it clearly. Once you have a definition of those things, it helps just starting so much more. It's so much more valuable to do that. Because one, defining the goals of the particular project or the goals of a particular feature would help you and help others understand sort of what your approach is to it. Defining different states, meaning the default state, the interactive state, the selective state, all of these states that go on with the interaction would help others understand what the app or what this feature will do once it's being interacted with. So super helpful, and will help you actually understand it a little bit clearer too when you have talking points and when you want to sort of demo that. Okay, and the last tip I'll give you is to something that I'm a big and a huge proponent on that I feel like a lot of people sort of miss out on in terms of doing and executing in their own work is prototype. I can't stress this enough. You need to be interacting, you need to be testing, you need to be understanding the dynamics of your particular design. It only helps the process. And so you need to test different ideas. Do it repeatedly. Test the way it functions on a sidebar. Test the way it functions on a page. Test, floating states. These different interactions that you are trying to build and create with this feature only helps you understand and validate if it actually works with the existing interactions of the app. So you don't want to add a floating button to interact with something if they've already had initial static states, right? It's a different paradigm. It takes away from the existing interaction, and you're introducing something new to a user which already has an understanding of what to do and what calls to action to make when they engage with the app or the product, okay? So do that. Check. You need to be prototyping to check what the do's and don'ts are. Testing user engagements, how users have interacted in the past, what they're used to, what they're comfortable with, or just test around the office or around users that you have that are similar in the audience that you'll be designing for, because these will actually validate a lot of your explorations early on. And it's so much cost effective early. When you do it early, you don't have to waste the time on doing a lot of mock-ups, redesigning the actual framework or the interactions to do something entirely different. All of that's costly. And if you can show value that you've looked, studied, and integrated those things that are already existing and help that product, you are much more valuable in a better position, to win over clients and actually make this product entirely better. So those are the 3 top tips to infuse and integrate old design with new features or do a redesign. So I hope those things help you. So again, test things out. Try to get an understanding of the landscape and just prototype. I stress this in everything I do, and I hope it helped you understand a little bit more today. So if you haven't already subscribed, please click the link in the bio or somewhere and check out more information and subscribe. Like this video if it provided value, and share it with anyone in the product design community or anyone you see that it can provide value to. And as always, keep designing great things, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Peace.